I think we're live on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. Hello, friends. Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to YouTube. I'm Purz. Up here is Consumption. Yeah, this is Consumption up here. He's a fellow YouTuber and buddy of mine. We do ComfyUI dork stuff. Let me know if my stream sounds like crap or something's broken. Oh, you know what? You can't hear him. Let me turn on my desktop audio. All right, now you can hear Consumption. Say hi, Consumption.
What's up, guys? I moved my mic back so you can actually see my face.
How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody excited about the release of stable video diffusion, like us nerds? Hopefully. Right on. Well, we've both been playing with SVD since it pretty much came out. And
before the official release of it, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a hacky workaround to getting it to work, and then recently they've just added it to Comfy full bore. So we're there. We got SVD support right in Comfy, ready to go, and we can just start integrating it into our workflows. As you can see from this monstrosity, I was trying to do a runway-esque extend your clips thing. So we start by taking an image and SVDing it, stable video diffusing it, and then doing it again on the final frame, and then again on the final frame, and then again on the final frame, until you get this nightmare. So this isn't great, and we're aware of what the problem is. It's because it's every time it goes through, it's cooking it a little harder with AI, like the diffusion's getting cooked a little harder. So every next clip looks a little more AI than the last one. Which becomes a problem if you want to extend a clip more than 2 or 3 times, because it really starts to degrade and starts looking like stained glass. So
like stained glass is on point.
Kind of. And then I'll walk through what we're doing here. To begin with, we'll just start with a nothing and build a SVD workflow, and then we'll build the clip extension workflow. You can see how that can work. And then after that, we'll maybe just try freestyling how to get it to look better. See if we can, grab the clip and tile it and do fun stuff. You never know. We got 2 dorks here. We'll just throw our dorks at it and see if we can dork it out. So yeah, let me pull this. Let me open up Comfy again. All right, I'm gonna pull this off screen.
I'll try to share some outputs as well.
Take this off screen. All right. Well, let's clear this. Bye, Fuzzy. All right, we have a blank workflow. We're gonna just build an SVD workflow from the guts up. So let's start with the SVD node, which is new. It's in Comfy and it is available. Basically just update Comfy. If you don't have it, update Comfy. Then search for node and look for SVD. It's called SVD_image2vid_conditioning, and that's the official ComfyUI SVD node. The other thing you have to do is grab the where are they? These ones here. Drop the link in the chat. Where's my chat? This one, and SVD XT.
Oh, because the filter? That's dumb.
SVD-XT? Can't search for it? No? Cool.
Can't see that in stream rate.
Oh, that's why. Stable video fusion.
Did my stream go down?
It did. I think so. No, it's back. I think I might have.
No.
There we go. Yeah, that's my bad. All right. And that's XT. All right. And then I'll link those out to y'all. All right. So those are the 2 models that you only need one, but you can pick one of the 2.
If you have
go ahead.
You good.
No,
if you have lower VRAM, you should probably use a SVD.
Mm-hmm. I think it's down to 8 now for SVD, like just the regular one. Down to 8 gigs. Right? I think it's down to 8 or 6. Is it 6?
No, damn, 6, bro?
I don't think so. It's got to be 8. All right. Yeah. So you drop those in your models folder, and then we'll walk through the rest of it. So we have all these inputs and outputs. We'll just walk through what the node does. You set the width and height. This is really handy because this node will actually resize any image that you put in it. So you can put in an image and it'll crop it to the center and zoom in, zoom out, whatever it needs to do to make that image this thing, which is actually a very annoying problem to deal with in Comfy without that. So it's really cool they added that. Yeah, so width and height, that's going to be your diffusion width and height for the stable video diffusion. Video frames is how many frames you're generating. You want to leave that at 14 for SVD or 25 for SVD XT. That's just what they're trained on. You can set them to different numbers, but you might get absolute chaos back. You might not. And the
Most
motion,
likely.
yeah, and the motion bucket ID. I'm gonna pretend like I understand what motion buckets are. Nobody really gets it.
Yeah.
So imagine there's a bunch of camera movements stored in a database, and they're stored ranked lowest motion to highest motion. That's how you need to think of the motion buckets. So when you select a motion bucket, you're selecting one between 0 and 1023. I think it's 1024, but 1023 is 0. 0 would be the motion buckets that have the least amount of motion, and 1023 would be the motion buckets that have the most motion. And I think, like 100, 200 is probably like normal for most things. But you play with it. We've been setting it to all kinds of numbers, getting all kinds of wacky results. So,
Yeah, I'm noticing this is kind of unpredictable, honestly.
yeah, and that's another thing I should mention. The motion bucket ID does not relate to one specific motion. Think of it as a bucket of buckets. So different seeds, different things will make the motion do different things depending on what the motion buckets are. So it's an ID corresponding to a series of motions in a bucket of motions. So yeah, low number, not a lot of motion. High number, lots of motion. And like I might be misunderstanding this, but I read a tweet from Imad that said basically the motion in the motion buckets, we can't control it right now, but it is promptable with the clip engine when we have access to clipping into this SVD engine, which means ideally the motions will be promptable, which means they probably looked at the motions, decided what they were, gave them names and all that fun stuff. So it's my hope that at some point we'll be able to go sweeping cinematic low shot dolly pull in of a explosion of a building, and it'll understand what we need. That might be dreaming, but it sounds like we could get there someday.
God willing, yeah.
So yeah, but that's the motion buckets. The FPS is how many frames per second you're generating with the thing, but the frames per second that you're generating with the SVD node is like, it's internal, so it's the rate at which it's moving internally. So I wouldn't play with it too much, but you can see what you get. I think higher results will probably be faster motion, but I haven't played with it that much. And augmentation level, I have no idea what it does, so maybe we'll play with that a bit. I have a feeling that has to do with conditioning and adding noise and fun stuff. We'll just leave all the settings at simple beginning, and we'll get kicking on that. So let's plug everything in.
Yeah, I'm setting up a test branch like what you have going, or a test node network like what you have going, so I could try to do some K-sampler experiments in between each
nice
generation.
All right, so we got our image to video conditioning. We're going to add a clip vision loader. Again, you just drag out of a node and let go, and the node you need is probably in this list almost always, unless it's some crazy thing you're trying to do. Then you search for the node and type. For this, I want a clip vision loader. I can't remember how to get to the clip vision loaders. I just literally drag out of here and I let go, and it's right here, clip vision loader. So it's good to just pay attention to that kind of stuff, because it's easier than trying to remember where every node is and what every group. There's so many custom nodes now. It's just fun. Our init image, we're gonna add a load image, and then our VAE. Well, actually, hold on. No, there's a special loader. There's a special loader for this. Give me a second.
For the clip vision, by the way, I'm just passing in the clip vision from the SVD.
Yes, I pulled the wrong node out. All that advice I just gave about pulling those nodes out is irrelevant here. As usual. My advice is almost always irrelevant. Where was I? I have to pull my other node page up so I can see what. There it is. Okay, we need an image only. It's called image only checkpoint loader. Image only checkpoint loader. Image only checkpoint loader. And you want to load the SVD model. That's you put in your models directory.
So that would mean that there's 50 frames.
Clip vision and VAE. Go to clip vision and VAE. Load image goes into load image. this model is going to push through the rest of our build. So that's all we need for the SVD. We need to just throw an image in there. As always, we'll use Mr. Bean.
Generate in 25 frames.
He's very beanie.
Sensitivity.
Okay, and then image to video conditioning. Let's add a K-sampler. Latent space. All right. We need to VAE decode this into a combined video. Video combined.
I'm gonna get rid of the interpolator for
All right, and that says that's that. Oh, we also need a video linear CFG guidance. This is a new node that came with the connect everything.
that. Most definitely has huge influence over it, by the way.
Yeah, we should do some tests with that as well. VAE encoder video. We'll make this a 6 frame per second video. SVD. And so that's going to save our clip. And then one more thing I want to do is use a frame interpolator.
I should set up an OBS thing so I can just like share any output.
Lost my brain power there. What were we talking about? Oh, yes, frame interpolation. VFI, GMFSS4 Tuna VFI I've been having a lot of luck with lately. I really like it. Anything that's cheaper than Topaz is pretty cool. Video combine.
And I love Topaz.
I love Topaz too, but it's very expensive.
But it's too expensive,
not,
yeah.
You know,
too expensive.
It's not feasible for most people just playing around. Video, and you want something free? This is pretty cool. I just call it film because I used to use film interpolation a lot, but that doesn't matter. To me, that just means interpolated. I mean, that should work. This should just animate a video of Mr. Bean, and we should be off to the races, easy peasy. Let's find out if that is true. Where is OBS? All right, pull that up. Make sure I'm not missing any chats. Okay. Q prompt. What did I miss? VAE decode is missing the VAE. Of course, you got to plug all the things into all the things. You got to plug all the things into all the things.
Because I'm generating at 12 frames. That's why that's happening. All right, so that's done.
Question from the chat. What's your favorite Topaz model consumption?
Quick,
favorite Topaz model.
I don't really know the Topaz model names. It just kind of finagle with all of them.
Yeah.
Let me open it up though.
I like Apollo and what's the other one? Proteus or Chronos or something. It depends really. I think the high motion stuff works better with Apollo, and the smoother stuff works better with Chronos or Chrome, whatever it's called. But I might have that backwards. It's been a lot. I've been doing a lot of.
Apollo's usually the one that I'm using. I'll give you that much.
Apollo, yeah. Whichever one takes the longest. That's how you know it's the best. Hey, Doll. Hey, Joe Split. Hey, Cyber Wizard. Hey, Frank. Hey, Ahmet. Oh my gosh. Hey, Powell. Hey, AI Goof. Hey, Flo. Gosh. Hey, everybody. Good Lord. A lot of people here today.
We're filled.
Oh, that's weird. My YouTube is signed into the wrong account on my laptop.
That's sharing.
Switch account.
Okay, so I can switch back.
There we go. Hey, we hit 10,001 subscriber. Or 10,700 just today.
Let's step back here.
That's exciting. All right, let's get back to YouTube Studio. I'm gonna pull this up on my other monitor so I can see the chat at all times.
Hey, do you know how that Koya deep shrink works? I've been using it and it makes some interesting generations, but I genuinely have no idea what's going on.
No, and I think we should explore that too. I'm very interested in that. Oh my god, this is a nightmare. Okay, well, there you go. Stable video diffusion, everybody. Do you love it? It's not nightmarish at all. Everything's cool. Good Lord. Okay. Let's do maybe not Mr. Bean. You know, I wanted to grab some like really good photos from like Pexels or something and do it with them, because I've been just doing them on my literal like shitpost pictures, you know, and it might make more sense to do tests on images that are actually good. So let's try. Oh, that's a video. No, I just want photos. Let's do a city. Let's try like a city skyline. Like, what's this? You guys like my desktop? Oh yeah, needs more stuff on it for sure.
Yeah, what were you using? Actually, let me just open up the node network you gave me yesterday instead of wasting time.
Oh no, that one is completely out of date.
Oh, no, I just want to see one node in there.
Oh. Hey Shadow. Hey JPEG Ninja. Hey Ben. Holy cow.
Image combine. That's what it is.
All
So,
right. Oh yeah, image combine is in images grid. Images grid. We will be using that in a moment to extend our clips here.
that's what I'm going for right now. See if I can get it going.
You will need to convert the frame integer to a string to pass it to
I used
image combine. Or no, not image combine, the one image selector.
I used get image from batch. Let me
Mm.
share screen quick. So right here, I don't know if it's coming up in the center, but I just took the output, drove it straight into get image range from batch, put in the 24 because I'm using XT, and then took the one frame from it. This is the frame, and then I'm just running that into the next, which then I'll combine.
Sweet. Last time I tried that, it complained that the image list wasn't a list, or like it was like in batch list hell.
All right, let's see. Switch back to- so-
Looks like it was working.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how it's working in the moment.
All right, well that is terrible. That is terrible. Sort of got darker out. We'll run that again. Now, what's our motion CFG? Our motion bucket's at 127. So 127 of 1024 is like 1/10 of the potential motion, give or take.
So I'm thinking, right? Like, you could probably use the Koya deep shrink. I don't know. I'm just reading off of what it says to maybe like uh downscale the image, but without creating noise. So this way you can do like more perfect SDXL generations, but then pass them into SVD.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if you could do like a tile control net upscale with deep shrink, or if that would even be helpful. There we go. There's some movement, although it's just a pan and in paint. That is not great. That is not great. Let me just make sure all these settings are somewhat nominal. Yeah, they are. All right, let's try another photo.
Looks like I'm working. It's on the second chain now.
Get a person selfie or something. Yeah, like what's that do? I did some tests earlier with just people, like people in a room, like just photos of people. It was really cool.
I've been testing it out a lot on anime stuff
Mm-hmm.
because I've been watching Invincible. I love Invincible so much; it's so good.
Mm.
Um, and a lot of the scenes in the show, like I can't help but watch it and think like, that's not that hard to animate because I messed around with like 2D image projection and Blender and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always thinking about how I can do it in Blender, but with SVD, like some of the stuff that it gives out, I genuinely look at that show like it's most definitely achievable. You'd have to roll a couple times and you may have to edit some images, but it's most definitely achievable.
Yeah, it's crazy where we're at right now. It's still early days. Still super early days.
So everything should be fixed still, right? Which means that if I pass this into
Oh, there we go. I mean, it's really decaying into AI madness, and it wasn't doing that earlier, so that's very confusing to me.
Yeah, I got a good one. It's really just the background that's moving, a little bit of animation on her, but uh I gotta switch out, but give me a moment.
Yeah, it's funny how it keeps the subject perfectly still and just changes the background. What's that about?
Let's move. Suppose I have to delete this.
I'll try this same one here with a little less motion. I don't know why it got so bright and cooked out though. It's like a nuclear explosion went off or something.
Alright, is that coming up?
Oh yeah,
There
it's
went
way
this one.
less. That's so strange. I just realized I should probably share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about in real time.
Yeah, that would help.
You got a freaking delay as hell, I
Kind of
bet.
just
Yeah,
guessing
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
Sorry, dude. Didn't even occur to me. All right, that
That one
should do
actually
that.
came out pretty good, but it does like for the first time I've seen it, it actually like sharpens up as it gets to the end of it. So I'm gonna try 3 now and see where that takes me.
Yeah, that's just weird. I feel like it wasn't quite doing this earlier. I don't know what I did. This all looks right. Maybe I'll add a little bit of augmentation, 0.01, 0.02. Which one of you smarty pantses in the chat can explain to me what augmentation level does? Where's all the smarty pantses at? Where's Nin? Get in here, Nin. Tell me what augmentation level means. I assume that's like conditioning noise, but how it relates, I don't know. There's people on the Banadoko server right now doing extensive research on what all these things do. They're making grids of videos that show you know, different settings and seeds and motion buckets and all that stuff. So if you're ever interested in the research side of this stuff and learning about, like, you know, how to even
What's
understand
that?
what you're looking at, like Banadoko.
It looks like Kaja just did a motion bucket test.
There you go.
So the higher the motion bucket, most definitely more animation.
Yeah.
Um, the one that he just dropped right now is the one with the lantern. 100 is looking really clean, honestly. But
Right on.
I did a bunch of tests with 147, and it's again it's or 127. It's again a mixed bag. You can't really tell what it's going to give you.
This
Like you
poor
keep changing
guy.
the same scene, yeah.
This poor guy just lost his arm.
Seems real happy about it.
I love how this guy's shirt goes from denim to like silk. It's so weird. So why do we
Just
think...
saying though, it's a nice shirt.
Okay, let's try the crank the CFG up to 2 then, see what that does. Yeah, like this photo is really nice, but the diffusion over time really cooks it out. I don't see that in other people's stuff, so I feel like I'm doing something wrong here.
There is that
Oh, I saw people were using K noise. Maybe that's what it is.
A noise.
Keras noise instead of the simple noise.
Oh, okay.
Keras,
To maintain over
Keras.
time, that's interesting.
How does CFG on the... Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be a lot lower for this. Let me double check my other workflow. That might be exactly what it's on. Yes. That's what
Yeah,
it
I'm running
is.
CFG
It
at
says to be
3.
super low. Yeah, 2.5.
Yeah, I'm running CFG at 3, but then I have video linear CFG guidance at 3.5.
I just set my minimum CFG to 2 and set CFG to 2.5, but this generation right now will be CFG 8. That would explain the deep frying very much. Thank you, Andres. That was big. It's totally what it
Deep
was.
fried sounds like a custom checkpoint model.
Deep fried meme checkpoint. Deep fried meme, Laura. Yeah, so we're still getting that. And now let's let that finish. Boop. All right, now let's do one with lower CFG but higher video linear CFG. Condition augmentation 0.02, amount of noise to add to input image. Yeah, that's what I figured. So I wonder when we're doing long runs of clip extension, if it doesn't make more sense to actually increase the augmentation level from step to step, to add some more noise in to sort of kick it back into...
I want to see once I start getting into that problem so I can add a K sampler in between just to see what I get. Because the image, if you think about it, it's still really near what SDXL would have generated. Maybe the character's face is a little turned or something like that, but if you just pass it through one more time through the model, really low steps, I feel like it'll still just clean it up for you. It won't stray too much, but I could be wrong. I'm most likely wrong.
You never know. Only one way to find out. More testing is needed.
Yep.
Okay,
So
let's go. What do you say?
From the VAD color, which I'm doing right
way better, way better, way better, way better, way better, way better.
Let me see. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah. Sick. All right,
What?
cool. So it was definitely that.
Looks. I love the way his hand is just slightly moving on his back.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that little worm,
even though the fingers clipping in and out of reality. Well, that's cool. Let me color these so it hurts less on the brain. Green. The decoder is red and blue. All right, cool. You can be brown, actually. Thank you. All right, 2. Yeah, that's looking way better. Way better. Way better. I have no idea if the LCM stuff works with SVD. I guess we could try it, right?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah,
I assume it's on the way too, even if it's not working yet.
So what is that? Laura loader. It's an SVD model. So which one do I use? SD15? Because it's SD 2.1, right? Is there even an SD 2.1 LCM Laura?
I don't believe so.
Oh, who cares?
If there
Let's try it. Let's try it. Oh, you know what? This won't work because we don't get clip from it, right? Oh, we might not need it, I guess. Might not need it.
Kaja was passing the clip in from SD 2.1 model that you could just load any random one and just pass the clip into it.
Really? I have a 2.1 model on here?
I haven't used a 2.1 model in forever.
I know, right?
This comes out, feeds into here.
Or no, we want the pruned one. Yeah. Wait, the save tensor. Okay, let's download the 2.1, try the clip from that. Although that sounds sketchamundo to me. And then let's add what's that LCM node called?
They added a new one in, didn't they? From like it's built in now.
No, but there's one discrete. Okay. Yes. SVD, linear CFG into the LoRa, into those discrete sampling into the LCM. Model push through there. Yeah, we'll download the clip, but I tried LCM LoRa, but the output was terrible. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen here. Let's try it without the clip for now, just see what happens. LCM.
So I
4
think it's
steps,
really
baby.
cool. Like, you can pretty much chain them in a way where if you know you want a generation that's going to be long, you would just first begin on the first SVD generation. Once you get what you want, fix the seed, and then move on to the next one, and then just keep doing that as you progressively move through, and you can get longer, consistent animations.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like just doing them all random at once. Oh
Let's
fuck, I
just
messed that
try it.
up.
Let's just try the 1.5. Wait, I got nowhere to put this clip. Did it come out? Oh, it just needs clip on the way in. Okay. There's no way this is going to work, but whatever. Maybe it'll make some awful glitch. So the render's a hell of a lot faster. All right, 4 steps of LCM with the wrong clip model gives us nonsense. Pretty nonsense, though.
Try to
All right.
download the base check one for 2.1.
Yeah, I'm downloading it. It's gonna take like another 5 minutes to download it.
Faster than mine.
Plus it's at 768. I just don't think this is gonna work at all. Let's just bypass that crap. We'll wait till that other thing's done. To normal. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a cool way to generate new glitchy graphics. That's the thing about broken AI can usually make some pretty cool glitches. So like broken is kind of subjective.
Broken AI sounds like an offshoot of Open AI.
Broken AI. Well, it might need more than 4 steps. Maybe we'll stay off the LCM sampler type. Just little things. Try that
Like
again.
interpolate here, so
Definitely feels like it's worth the extra steps. Oh, I guess memory usage. I think this gets under 12, but I also think because I have 24 gigs of VRAM, it's not being conservative with the space that it's using. So I'm curious if you can run this on an 8 gigabyte card. So if you've been able to SVD diffuse on an 8 gig card, let me know. I'm curious. I think like 10 to 12 was sort of the recommended limit, but who knows, man. It might work, just take longer, right? Because it's water wheeling into your system RAM, but the generations don't really take that long. So, what's 4 minutes versus 1 minute if this is the only way you can do it?
I'm gonna share this. Sorry, what movie that's.
That's really good.
So you notice with this generation, right? Like everything looks good until it starts to zoom in. So it's the zooming in and zooming out that causes the most artifacts.
Oh
That's where the
yeah.
color starts to break up.
And it's like it's stretching like horizontally but not vertically at the same rate. You see that?
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting.
So
I wonder
that's
what's
like one of the
causing that.
problems that we have to debug pretty much.
I actually haven't
It's the
tried
way
a
that it
tall one. Do
zooms
they work
in.
the same?
Yeah, I haven't had any failures. They all pretty much work pretty good.
Let's try that. I'm curious. So we want to go 576 by 1024 instead of the other way around. Now let's make this dude take a motion selfie. I was super jealous of FO. I'm gonna spell his name. Give me a sec. I'll just link out the tweet here. What's his name? Foffer AI. FOFR AI. He made the meme I wish I made this morning. Using the stable.
Oh yeah.
Using...
Yo, it cracks me up because his girl is just progressively looking at him with more disgust.
And it like knew what was gonna happen. Like it understood like gesturally what's happening. It's so good. Yeah, they nailed it. I'm jealous. Wish I thought of it. Legit jealous.
Let's hit a different generation here, so I'll change the seed to the first one. Let them all chain together.
Not bad.
It actually looks really good, dude.
Yeah.
There's no interpolation on that either. I'm sure if you throw
on this one,
interpolation,
yeah, there is on this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Have you tried XT yet?
Yeah. I'm not getting better results with XT.
It doesn't necessarily get you better results. It's just more frames.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. But the the sort of the results I'm getting from XT aren't better, even though they're longer. They're actually like weirder. So I'm not
Really?
sure what's up with that. I don't know. We'll try it again.
It makes me want to try SVD.
Where is my thing? Sorry, I lost my. There we go. What did I just change? Oh, I changed it to XT. All right, let's see how much RAM XT is using. Same amount.
Really?
Yeah, it's 13 and a half. That's where it was sitting before. But
That's
I'm
still
also
amazing.
streaming. I'm also on Discord. I'm also restreaming consumption stream. You know what I mean? Like there's more going on my GPU than just this. So
Look, you
don't
don't have
freak
to
out when you
flex your
see
3090,
13.
bro.
What's that?
You don't have to flex your 3090.
Be proud. I'm so sorry I have such a nice video card. Yeah, I'm taking donations of 4090s. If you want to drop a 4090 in my mailbox, I won't be upset.
Feel free.
Feel free. Yeah, absolutely. Feel free. Don't hesitate. Goes for you too, NVIDIA. You can just back up a dump truck of A100s to my house. That'd be fantastic.
I'm going to need a server stack to hold them all, too, so you might as well just drop that off with it.
Yeah, I need all the iron. Ideally, just host it. So why don't you just set up a cluster for me? It'll be easier for everybody.
Let's try something like a house. See what we get.
Also, XT is taking a long time.
Notice that.
Comparatively, it's like twice as long.
I want to check what's that article you sent me. It said that they upgraded to Torch. They upgraded the Torch version, didn't they?
Is it possible to do video to video with SVD? No, not right now.
I'm sure they're gonna figure that out soon, though.
Yeah,
Because they kind of like, if you look at the Banadoko server, that's kind of what they're messing around with, seeing what they can do by getting rid of the image input necessary and how far they can push the model.
So there's a 25 frame generation. This one looks pretty good.
Yeah, actually, that looks real smooth. It looks like a shortcut from a music video.
Yeah.
The tattoos on his arm, the way that they stay consistent, trips me out. Ooh, the one with the hat, that would have been cool.
This one or this one?
Yeah.
It's just like the animal on her head comes to life.
Eats her.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I saw an animal. Yeah, I mean, video to video, yeah, it'd be really cool if we can figure out how to just talk to the stable video diffusion model like we do to the AnimateDiff-Motion models. Yeah, you never know. Could get some crazy stuff if we just find a way to literally use SVD as the AnimateDiff-Motion model. I don't know. Maybe that's possible. I don't know. Oh, the VRAM task manager, that is called NVI Top. NVI Top. NVIDIA Top. NVI Top.
And that's just built in, right?
You can pip install NVI Top.
Sure.
If you have Python package thing installed, you can just pip install NVI Top in your terminal window and then run NVI Top. If you want to see it in the same window, you just right click at the top and split your tabs, and then you can just run it in the second one and keep an eye on your VRAM while you work.
If you have Windows 10, no, you cannot split.
Yeah, if you have Windows 10, you have to open up a second terminal window or a new tab. That's true. That's true. Windows 11 supremacy. I think for brevity's sake, I'm going to switch back to SVD.
Yeah, I'm considering the same too, just to test faster.
It's cool though.
There's a new headset. No, I don't know if it's the same one and they just updated it.
I've been using them today. They're so better. They're better.
Yeah, right. The only thing that sucks about it, because I tested it, is that if you like save to API format, it doesn't know what the get set nodes are. So if you like try to drop the file in to like load up the node network, it'll just leave them like everything's disconnected. Not everything, but you get me. Wherever they would have been connected is disconnected.
Yeah. Wow.
While the fucking people in the background, dude.
It's so nuts. Look, it's just the reflection of her hands and the stuff in her glasses is moving.
Let me see the glasses. Actually, yeah. That close enough for you?
Yeah. You a little closer? Enhance.
That's awesome.
Zoom in, enhance.
Whoa, dude.
I mean, we got to do the doggo, right?
Oh, the dog.
Swap these back. 1024 by 768. Yeah, They mentioned several times, or was it? It's not 1024 by 76, it's 576. They mentioned several times you shouldn't mess with the resolution in this model. It's not really designed to do anything outside of 1024 by 576 and vice versa.
That's
But
why yeah, that's why I only changed the vertical to pretty
yeah,
much
like
the same
swap
thing,
them.
just reversed. Yeah. We did see somebody on X though messing around with like 512 by 512 and 1024 by 1024.
Yeah.
It does in my opinion make it more blurry. Like it's not as clear, but it does generate, so
It reminds me of
something
when
to
you
consider.
generate something at like too low of a res. Like if the model is
Yeah,
trained at like whatever, and you train and you go like 120 pixels lower, it'll like it has that look to it to me. So
agreed.
it
And
makes
the
me think it
animation's a
was like
bit
definitely trained at that res.
blurrier too.
Yeah, there's a bit of, although I didn't do enough testing really to really have a definitive opinion on that either. It would be interesting to do a bunch of square ones and see if they're all a little wonky.
I got a really good house generation coming.
Nice.
We start setting it up.
I wonder if I can make this window like that, and then this one like that. Make yours bigger. We'll figure the stream out thing one day.
One day.
One day. Right, let's just make this big. I don't know what I'm doing. Dog meme. Ooh.
Yeah.
At least the dog is chill. Actually, I think that dog might be stuffed.
Not for nothing. Now that you say it like that, it does look like it's
Taxidermy
it's
dog. That's terrible. Let's do a really high motion bucket. 806. There's actually an error. I don't know if they say it anymore, but there used to be an error. It was like, that motion bucket number is outrageous. Hey, I seem to not be able to get OpenPose to work, and I was so confused trying to use FFmpeg. Are you ever going to do a video on it? I looked at the 4-hour video I had. Yeah, I mean, OpenPose and FFmpeg are just things that, they might have their own subset of problems for like installation and whatever, but for FFmpeg, it needs to be on your computer and in your environment path, and OpenPose needs to be... well, there's actually been a lot of problems with OpenPose lately. That might just be like related to that. Just getting the latest auxiliary control net preprocessors nodes should do that. Just updating Comfy, updating all the nodes should fix that. There's a million other things that could be if it's a Mac machine versus a Windows. A lot of the stuff isn't straight up not supported on the Mac. Oh my gosh.
What you got?
Hey, sorry for my ignorance here, but is this 2-second video with 16 frames a la AnimateDiff, but it's XL? No, this is stable video diffusion. It's a model that came out like 2 days ago. It was trained on Stable Diffusion 2.1, and it's Stability's motion model. It's kind of like AnimateDiff, but it's different. I'm trying to think of how to quantify that, but I don't know enough about the math. So it is not AnimateDiff. It doesn't use AnimateDiff nodes. It uses the SVD image conditioning node. And it uses the SVD model, which is a whole other ecosystem. We don't really fully understand it yet. We're still working on, understanding what it is. But yeah, that's where we're at. Let's try that at 100. I think 800 might be a little silly. Dog came to life, though. What is the limit of what? I'll push it to the limit. What limit? What do you mean limit? Like frame limit, time limit, size limit? Frame limits. I mean, the frame limit is 14 for the small model and 25 for the large model, but that's just for one generation, right? You take the last frame of a generation, run it in as the first frame of the next generation, and suddenly you've got unlimited generations for as much time as you have to wait. But the problem we're seeing with that is, I've mentioned it a couple times, but we're getting like overbaked. This has been diffused already. Look, it's almost like copy generation loss, like back in the day. But hopefully we'll be able to sort that out soon. There we go.
I don't know why, but I can't delete one of the generations that I made. That's weird.
Well, that's terrifying, but the dog's alive, so that's cool. I don't like the way she's petting him.
Me neither. With her fucking 10 fingers.
Spider hands. Spider hands, spider hands. This lady's got spider hands.
Will it work if I at least share? Or
Actually, I
just
bet that
follow?
one will probably be sick. I wonder what it does with her hair, because it's like on the background like that. 24 by 576. Let's slow the motion down to like.
The house generation like came out pretty good, but it like almost animate diff breaks towards the middle of it,
Oh
and then the
yeah.
end that's where it really breaks. But overall, it looks pretty good. Like if you were just using a 2 second shot, you can even slow that down with Topaz,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't get the breakage part.
The AI generation loss thing wasn't as bad on that one either. That big for
So
everybody
yeah,
there.
just
25 frames is the SVD XT model. Yes, it's more frames, but again, it's not actually more frames than AnimateDiff, because AnimateDiff has a sliding context window. So technically AnimateDiff has an unlimited frame context, whereas this has a hard 16 or a hard 25 limit, because we don't have a
is it
sliding
is
context window.
16
Or
or is it
14.
14
Yeah,
or
14.
16?
14. But yeah, yeah, the it's not, you don't want to think of it as a limitation for generation. You want to think of it as a motion bucket length. Uh
That
yeah,
makes more
I
sense.
know. So like with animate diff, right? Let's talk about the animate diff context window and what it does, right? Like, what is it, 16 frames on animate diff? My
Yeah,
my
and then
brain's
what's
blanking.
and then 4, right? Like the
Yes.
the
Okay,
like
so
the buffer.
the AnimateDiff motion models were trained on 16 frames worth of data. Each thing was 16 frames long. So that's how long it understands motion windows to be, are 16 frames long. So the way AnimateDiff works, the AnimateDiff-Evolved works, is it'll look at a context window for 16 frames, then it'll look at the next context window, and it'll do its very best to take 4 frames or whatever you set the offset to or the overlap rather, to try to tween between those two context windows. So with Animate Diff, you can actually you could render for like 400 frames if you want. It's going to go 16 and grab the last 2 and the first 2 of the, of the first second one, mash them together, do another 16, bleh, 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 forward and backward until you get a long looping animation. The way we
So
maintain
to a
cons-
certain extent, it's like aware versus each SVD loop that we're doing. It has no idea what happened in the one before.
yeah,
So
it's
animate diff is like checking to see, well, what were the last 4 frames before this?
Yeah,
These
that's why
16, right?
the you notice like in Consumption's video here, it's like cut, 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 cut every 16 frames. It's
Mhm.
doing something, then something else. Whereas Animate Diff has a more flowy look to it. But the other nice thing about Animate Diff, which we don't have in SVD yet, is with ControlNet and clip guidance on Animate Diff, we can actually tell it where we want the motion to happen, which gives us not only motion, but like, poses, people, faces, all that stuff. Because we have access to that stuff, we can actually control the composition of the piece that we're making. Whereas with this, is just a crapshoot with the image input, right? I mean, it's great, it's cool. Like, this is wild, but I have no way of saying I don't want her fingers to go right inside of her face like that. All I can do is just generate more of them until her fingers don't clip into her cheek and her hand doesn't look like this. But sometimes you get great generations. That's part of this that's part of the deal with this stuff, is sometimes it's just a slot machine, and you're I mean, good
I
is,
think this one's good, so let's like change this.
saying the overlap is not good is actually rather subjective, because the fact that we have an overlap at all is incredible, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And the overlap is made much better when you actually control things with ControlNet and the guidance. Like I was saying, if I have a black and white mask driving QR code ControlNet, I'm controlling where things are changing. So even as it's sliding over the context windows, I've got another context window that's the length of the animation, aka the input mask, that's guiding all of those motions. So while things are changing inside, it's actually maintaining its composition the whole time. And that's the important difference between Animate Diff and everything else, is where, yeah, some people say the 16 frame context window and the overlap is a drawback, but it's actually an incredible tool for lengthening these animations. And if you use guidance properly, or well, if you use guidance at all, you can control it, and you can have an open pose person dance exactly how you want them to, but their clothes might change. But you you could fix a lot of that with like a depth map pass or something else with some input footage or anything else like or IP adapters is incredibly powerful at infusing style into images. Like you just really need to, you need to dig in and try everything. Really recommend the Banadoko servers for that. I always keep saying that,
Word.
but the
Not for
yes,
nothing, just watching some of the things that people are doing will motivate you to at least jump in and mess with some nodes, even if
yeah,
you have no idea what you're doing, because you start to realize they have no idea what they're doing. They're just like, you know what? I plugged into this, nothing broke, so I started plugging some more things in.
yeah, and that's kind of the way all this stuff works. Like that's how everybody else figured it out. I mean, yeah, some people use their brain and think about stuff beforehand, but it's usually more of a tangential thought. Can I do this weird thing? And then
Yeah.
you just start mashing until until it works. Yes, this works with Google Collabs. Yes, but somebody recently told me Google Collabs prohibits stable diffusion now.
What?
Is that
Is
the
that
case?
because you can generate without there's no filter?
I don't
You get
know.
what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. But I've heard from a few places that the thing doesn't
It'd be your own people. You know how much the Stable Diffusion community did for Google and its cloud services, and now they're
you
just
know how
gonna
much
cut them off like
how
that?
much
It'd be your
GPU
own
power we got
people.
for free. I learned a forum just like abusing the Google Collabs TOS, in the sense that like blowing GPU hours after GPU hours after GPU hours.
So here's like, it's not that great. I don't want to share it. Fuck it, I'll share it. Um, you drop the.
Look at that one.
Wow, that looks the hairs on his arm, the way it like
The
goes out of
soft
focus and
focus.
comes
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is so neat. Yeah, I really hope so, AI images. I really hope so. Once we get clip access to the model, then we'll be able to start messing around. The only other thing that is an issue with training training the SVD thing on 2.1 is now we need to use 2.1 control nets for everything. And I don't know about you guys, but I already have SD15 and SDXL control nets all over my computer in like thousands of folders. So I wasn't looking forward to having another layer of control nets, but whatever, just need a bigger drive. That's all. Okay, let's extend this clip. I'm tired of screwing around. Let's get deep. So we
Yes, I
got
try to
our
clean this up a bit here. It's like somewhat cleaned up. It's real short though. All right, I'm gonna try passing that into AnimateDiff.
oh, cool.
Let's see what I can come up with.
Let's talk about how to extend the clip workflow. So we have an image. We use that image to generate a generation. We're done the generation. We want to extend that generation. What do? We grab the last clip, or we grab the last frame, right? And then we dream on that frame, and then we combine them and we interpolate them and slap them together. So start with one, do the next one, do the next one, do the next one, then chain them together. For now, I'll just extend it one clip so you can see what I'm talking about, and we'll make an easily copy and pastable sort of clip thing, and then I'll show you how to extend that even further so you can go even deeper down the rabbit hole. But yeah, let's start with this. So let's just move these nodes around so I can sort of see at a glance what we're doing.
You know what? I haven't used the SDXL AnimateDiff, so let me get it all set up right now. That's all
It's
hooked up
Gradio.
into.
Thematic
That's all hooked up
gradient.
into AnimateDiff-Evolved, right? The SDXL.
Yeah, you just need the STXL AnimateDiff motion LoRa.
I'm guessing you get it from
Just Google it. I can't
main
remember.
repo.
Yeah, I think it's at the top of the AnimateDiff-Evolved. Okay,
Or at
sorry,
least
I
the
lost my
official.
query here. Let's get this stuff down here. This is one generation. This is our final. We want to basically copy this and do it again. We got all these annoying things to plug in every time, so I'm going to show you these cool nodes. Getting set. I don't know where these came from. I think maybe they added them right into Comfy because I don't remember
What?
reinstalling these. Where did these come from?
I installed them from. I have. It's gonna take me a while to figure out which. I
Anyway,
got it from. I mean, not even. Yeah.
Anyway, let's get a set get. These you have to install manually. They don't have a thing. They go in the what folder do they go in again? They go in like custom nodes. No, they go in.
That's what I meant. I had downloaded from one of Kajai's workflows, and I didn't have to do anything. It just worked. I could be wrong, but I'm almost entirely sure.
I think I had you or I told you to install them
Yeah, the
before.
first time, but I hadn't used those in a long
Oh,
time.
interesting. Well,
And
anyway, check your
I
Comfy.
had
See
some
if you
here.
have get node and set node, and if you don't, we'll try and figure it out. So get and set are very simple. They do exactly what you think they would. You can set variables, and then you can get variables. So think of them as like noodle portals. You can portal your noodles from one place to another. This gets important when you start having like massive workflows with lots of noodles going everywhere, because it can get overwhelming and then you don't understand where to get it. Yeah, AnimateDiff's been working with SDXL for what, 3 weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks.
Weeks. It says 15 days ago.
All right, so what we're going to do then is we want to set the stuff that comes out of here and then get it in each frame so that I can copy and paste them easily. Because otherwise I'd have to copy and paste them and then plug these in every time, but we want to avoid that. So let's use set nodes here, and let's plug model into here. Now we have model, we'll call it model, and then the model, no, we don't have to go out for this. Let's get another set node, grab the clip vision. I like to color these, the color of their inputs. They actually do it automatically for most of them, but clip vision is just a set node. There we go. All right, so we got our clip vision and our VAE.
Question: the motion lures don't work for the SDXL AnimateDiff, right?
That's correct, as far as I know. I think they're really only for that version 2 one. Oh, you don't need hotshot anymore. No, you can do it with the SDXL AnimateDiff.
What they get for having an 8-frame context with
any checkpoint. No need for hotshot. The thing with hotshot is it's an 8-frame context window, so it's actually not as good
as either, in my opinion, CD or AnimateDiff.
Okay, so we got our checkpoint loader. Okay, so these guys are going out here, and these are now portals, right? These are now portals. So when I want to get any of these values, I can just grab a get node. So let's get, and you just select it from the list. So I want the model, I want clip vision, which I'm going to turn cyan, and I'm going to grab VAE. So we got our model, a clip vision, VAE. We're going to plug those in where they're supposed to go. So model to model. Where's the model input? Model. There it is. Model. Clip vision goes into clip vision. VAE goes into VAE, and the VAE decoder. Skabanch. Okay, so that pretty much self-contains this little thing into a noodle bar here. So this thing here, you could actually group this, right? And then you could duplicate this over and over again. But we're going to actually do one more thing here, because we want to grab the last frame of this animation to do the next. So that's the only other thing we do. So we got our load image, we got all our get nodes here. We're getting our model, clip vision, and VAE, pop them into where they're supposed to go, and we're generating our clip. We want to get the last frame. What I like to do is so any of these inputs here, you can turn them into instead of, these are called widgets, these things, you can actually turn them into inputs. So you can switch them from widgets to inputs and inputs to widgets. So let's switch our video frames to an input. I like to use the seed node. I know there's a million ways to do integers and values and stuff, but I don't know, the seed node is easy for me because you got all the different ways to use it and all that stuff. We just want an int and pop that in here. Set it to 14. We're setting a global frame rate now. Actually, we're going to set it. All right, cool. So we've set video frames now too. All right. And we're going to grab video frames and pop it in there. Get video frames, put it in here. We need our final frame. We need to know how many frames we have so we can tell it what frame to grab, right? And you said you use select image from batch?
My bad. 1 second. Get image range from batch.
Okay, get image range.
It's KJ nodes if you don't have it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, the KJ nodes is great. They got wicked stuff in there.
Yeah, so if you're generating 14, you would start index at 13 and get 1 frame.
That is annoying. So let's do a simple math expression. -1. So we'll go from our use a get node. We'll get our frame count. Our video frames. Oh, it can't do integers, really? When really? Okay. Math Simple math. Hey, no. I guess we can't get into math nodes. All right, then screw it. I'm going to do it my way. Um, integer to string.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah. Integer to string. We're going to change the integer to an input. We're going to grab it from video frames. And we're going to use image selector. We're going to feed the output into the image selector. And we're going to change the selected indexes to an input. And we're going to use the string, the integer to string. So now we're grabbing the number from here and using that frame 14. And we can preview that here so we can see what the frame looks like. Let's run it again. So this should run, and this should go through. This should grab the final frame, and then it'll spit it out into this one. And once we have the final frame, we can extend our clip. Hey, Robert, this is Stable Video Diffusion in ComfyUI, the new model they dropped a couple days ago. Playing with it in the ComfyUI context. See what we can do with it.
If you have, I mean, I guess I'm about to find out, but if you have a bunch of images, right, and you pass them into VAE encode, it just passes into each image into latent space, right? I'm hoping. Did it disconnect?
No, you're good. Sorry, I was Make It Rad actually sent me a message. Said he was about to dive into SVD and asked me if the KJI one was the way to go, and I'm like, no, they just changed it. It's all in the Comfy now.
Yeah.
just I don't know.
I'm surprised that happened so fast, man. I honestly believe that because he was building it, they wanted to make sure they built it fast because they didn't want to have somebody else's name on it, which is kind of dope. It shows that you can kind of encourage them by going all in. So 12 frames per second. Let's see if that works. So
okay, well, there's our final frame. It's kind of horrible in AI, but that's okay. So we got our final frame, and so we want to do this again, right? We want to run this again using this frame. So how do we do that? Well, select all the nodes by holding Control and dragging. Control C, click here, Control V. Look at that. Our whole node group has been pushed over. Everything that needs to be connected to where it's connected is connected properly. So what do we need? We need the init image from this one. So our VAE decoder to our init image for the next one. Leave all this stuff the same. Leave all this stuff the same. And I just like to number these so they don't overwrite the clips one after the other. And then we need the node called image combine. So we're going to take our VAE decoder here, and then we're going to take this one and combine them. And then we're going to feed that into our frame interpolator. So we're grabbing this batch of images and then this batch of images and interpolating them into a video and spitting it out at the end. So let's try that.
SDXL AnimateDiff is slow, bro.
Yes, wow. It is.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it is.
I'm honestly just going to use 1.5. That's too slow. I'm spoiled.
You know, you get used to things when they get fast. Like LCM kind of broke my brain. Like it's too fast.
It, and I'm kind of happy that I haven't used it yet because I don't think there's any coming back.
It's like when you see a 144 monitor for the first time, and you're like, "Oh no, I'll never be able to look at a regular television again." That sucks.
What's wrong with your TV, bro?
It's so slow. All right. There's probably a better way to put this. Probably a better way to structure this node group so it makes sense. But you know, we're grabbing our values, putting them where they need to go. Then we're grabbing the last string and we're sending that out. We're sending our love on down the well.
Just hit halfway there. This is taking forever.
Oh, interesting. So it pulled his arm back in this one. So now in this one, he's going to have no, like, it'll start with him having no arm when it gets there. Yeah. Man, I would love to know if we can, like, make this less AI cooked looking.
I know, that's the only issue with it.
I don't really know why that's happening, unless it's a 2.1, you know, generating at 1024 by 576 kind of thing. It's just maybe what might have been.
Maybe there's a fine tune that had some training data like that, so it'll work better.
I don't know.
The real question: when are they releasing 1.6?
Oh, hey, Orang Gorilla 10, how you doing, buddy? Right on, yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Over there, yes, it's all coming together, yes.
75%. I messed up though because I didn't. One, I don't have any control nets connected yet, and two, I didn't lower the denoise. But Kind of
I
switched.
I screwed
Yeah.
up. I screwed up.
What's up?
I screwed up. I sent it all of the frames.
Oh, what's your
This image selector goes to the init image, not the VAUD
yeah?
code. Let's try that again. That was dumb. Oh no, my hater's gonna hate this. I made a mistake. I would like to apologize to everyone for making a mistake on a live stream. I can't believe I've done this. I'm sorry for wasting your time and my time and consumption's time. I'm going to pop a disclaimer at the bottom of the screen. There may be errors in this workflow. Since it's 3 days old.
3 days and we're already changing outputs. I love it. I remember when we first started, like at least me, when I first started, I was so afraid of even plugging something into a different node.
Yeah. Why don't I know things before I know them? That's a good question, Ben. I will do better. This is my YouTube apology. Edit it now. Why aren't you editing while you're working? I don't want to see you thinking.
AnimateDiff output. It's tricky as hell.
Also, I'm just kidding. That's a perfectly valid criticism. You know, not everybody has 5 hours to watch a workflow video where I screw everything up. That's fine.
But you will learn a lot. Like if you're really willing to sit there, I mean that you will learn a lot. Because that's what most people are afraid of, you know, breaking stuff. And then you get to watch somebody break stuff and just, all right, let me plug this here now.
Let me unbreak this thing I just broke.
Right, so I can't with how slow this is. If I cancel the queue, will it please don't restart everything.
You know it will.
I hope it doesn't. I want to lower.
Yeah, I'd love an AI editor, man. An AI highlight generator. That would be really cool.
A what?
Ben was saying a ComfyUI flow that edits your streams into clips, but it'd be even cooler to just have like a GPT web editor that goes through and like cuts out all the best parts of the stream. All right, decoding clip 2. Now we're gonna slap clip 1 and clip 2 together and see what we get. There we go. That dog really turns into a bit of a nightmare.
VLC plays GIFs, right?
I don't know, actually. Should.
We're about to find out.
Oh, I'm just fooling around, Fool's Joker. I know. Image, CR. Yeah, no hate on Fool's Joker. I'm literally just kidding. I fully understand. Okay, so CR integer to string. Let's make that green. I don't know why. Let's make this blue. Preview image blue. Yeah, okay, cool. So this workflow is weird and odd, and it works, but it doesn't work as well as I want it to. I don't really know what we can do to increase this quality. Maybe we could try a different sampler.
Let's see what you can do. Why don't you, I mean, that's not a generated image though, so my idea won't work.
We could generate one.
Yeah, if you generate one, I think that where you passing the image to the next group, that you could possibly do just a K sampler pass with the same model, you get me, that generated the initial image, because the animated image isn't too far off from the original, so it should be able to at least polish up those missing pieces.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hope.
But you never know. You know what the best is when you accidentally plug the positive into the negative and the negative into the positive, and your negative and your negative is NSFW NSFW nude, and that's just what that's all it gives you. So when I'm on stream, I really pay attention to make sure the positive clip is above the thing, and then I can see that they're plugged in correctly, because you know, I run the NSFW nude negative prompts online, obviously, because, you know.
If it's SD15, it's just a straight assignment is understood.
Yeah, that's like, I got you. You wanted nude NSFW pics? I'm on it.
Say less.
Right. Red. Let's load a checkpoint. We can use LCM for this. We don't want to, though. I think we'll do like full quality stuff. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe LCM is the move. Whatever. Let's do SDXL. We'll do Copacs. Those are pretty nice, actually. I'll throw our clip in here. I know I'm speedrun setting up a SDXL environment here, but I feel like I've done it so many times on the stream that... But yeah, like as always, all you need is load a checkpoint, see what comes out of the checkpoint. You model clip BAE. Model goes into the model of the K sampler. Clip goes into the positive and negative prompt encoders. Empty latent image controls the latent image. That's the most basic like generation you can make. There's a lot more you can do. You can use the SDXL text encoders to access the language prompt and the style prompt. I forget language, and there's a linguistic and something else prompt. Anyway, there's a million ways to interact with SDXL, and it has lots of cool layered conditioning. But if you just want to do a simple thing, this is all you need to do dead simple diffusion. This Copax timeless SDXL is it's an SDXL checkpoint. It's just so let's go person taking a selfie in front of the Eiffel Tower. Let's just see what we get. Before we plug it into here though, and we run it through the whole like the gamut here, I'm just gonna unplug these two. The image inputs. We're just gonna look at this and try some generation first to see if we can find something we like. If we make something we like, we could always just plug it right in.
All right, not for nothing, bro. Low D noise, passing it into SDXL AnimateDiff, it kind of smooths it out a bit.
Oh, cool.
Me add that in if it'll show it.
Yeah, I'll pull it up bigger. Yeah, Comfy is scary until it isn't.
100%.
And that it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long to be unscary because after you've done the like absolute secret like the crazy hard like understanding of what the diffusion model is doing. I mean, it's not even hard. It's just overwhelming on your day one. Once you understand, oh, I need a model, I need a clip, I need a K sampler, and I need a decoder, and it makes stuff. Like that's the guts of every workflow. Everything else is just branching off things into paths, you know, marking out faces or replacing the faces, things like that. It's all like a circuit board, like a workflow. It goes through the whole thing. This is awful. He's taking a selfie with two cameras and one of them's not even facing the right way.
So 1 second, I'm trying to figure out why this is messed up.
These are not great. Yeah, this is actually an odd resolution for SDXL. Let's check the SDXL resolutions because there's like a specific set of resolutions. So let's try 1152 by 896. And then what we'll do is we'll use the load image thing to just kind of like squish it in. So 1152 by 896. 1152 by 896. All right. Let's try that. We'll see if this generates a better image. Yeah, just dive in, break stuff. All the example workflows are great. They really you know, they're always dead simple, ready to go, you know. Okay, these are looking a little better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. Yeah, that's fine. Everybody's got 5 fingers, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, 4. Okay, I think this will work for just doing generative inputs. So let's plug this into here and plug this into here. And, you know, there's something really neat about generating an image and then just making it a video. Like, it's a really cool workflow. One thing I would really like, and I don't know if it's possible or if anyone's been working on this at all, but I would like a node where it will stop the process until you click it. Okay? So I make this image. I don't know if I like it. If it sucks, I can stop it, start it over again. If it doesn't suck, I can tell it to continue on through the path. That would be super helpful. I don't know if that node exists or if anyone's worked on that or whatever. Maybe there's a logic way to do that, logic gate, you know, on completion
right, so
prompt. Or
is it shared? Let me check the Discord. Or not the Discord, YouTube. Put it. Yeah, it's shared. So the first one that'll pop up, I don't even know which one it's on. The slower one is the one that's not AnimateDiff, I think. Right. I think I messed up and put the
still seeing the houses, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put the wrong first one in.
Yeah, hopefully if anybody's listening that makes comfy nodes, they have a think about that and let me know if there's a way you could sort of pause the process or you know, whatever. Even if it's just a pause, because I can kill the generation manually. I don't care about that. I just definitely want some kind of pause that I have to click to move on. It would be super helpful. It's funny, it does seem to be better. Now, I don't know if this is always the case, but it does seem to be better at animating images that were made with Stable Diffusion. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because it's closer to the stuff that's in the checkpoint, because it's all kind of from the same cool. I don't know, but it's definitely something I've noticed, and maybe it has more to do with the way that we're pulling that, we're sampling that initial image. You know what I mean? You can now point the new the latest version of ComfyUI, the SVD node that's in it. It responds to queue killing step by step like the other ones do. The other one that was like just the workflow rebuild, it didn't it wouldn't stop if you stopped it, but this one actually does stop on the next step, which is awesome. You don't have to kill Comfy and start it over again every time. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's, you know, you're building with the prompts, it's in the clip engine, everything's sort of, I don't know.
So it's still a house, but can't like the way the things are named. I gotta fix that. It's hard for me to find the original, but
So did you run
this
that through
is
AnimateDiff?
yeah. This is I have it slowed down for the first one, and the second one's it interpolate,
Oh, I
not
see.
interpolated, but double the frame rate.
Yeah.
Notice that like compared to before, like the color is a lot more consistent
Yeah.
throughout the generation.
Yeah.
So that could be a route to like stabilize the color for things is to just pass it through AnimateDiff.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I denoised there's no control nets and I denoised at
Just
0.34.
like a straight video to video?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like
I just decoded.
are you feeding the images into the VAE encoder?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
VAE encode and then pass that right into the latent image.
Ah, damn, this one's actually really good. She's got too many fingers, but I'm okay with that. I'm not like a finger maxi or anything, you know. You can have as many fingers.
Post this in banner though, real quick.
Okay, so this is working. It's generating an image. It's doing 2 extensions of the clip and running it out. So basically, if you wanted to extend this even further, you just copy and paste these blocks. And the way this image combine node works is I've got my interpolator here, right? So let's say I want to add another generation. Select all these, copy, click here, paste, and then biggity bam, group these up. Whoa, come back. Decoding, we're decoding. We want this VAE decoder goes to here. Yes, this is already set up. This image goes out to nothing because we're done. And what we need now is, all right, sorry. So image combined, we copy this node, we paste it. We've got another image combined node. We take our output from image combine 1 into image combine 2, image 1. And then we grab the next video, this one here, and pull it into image 3. So this is the first clip. This is the second clip. This is the first clip and the second clip. This is the third clip. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And this is the final output. Okay, so you have to step down. So, you know, clip 1, clip 2, clip 1, clip 2, clip 3, and so forth and so forth for every one of these that you add. And that'll extend the generation. Slap them all together with the interpolator and you're off to the races. What did I break? I've got a loop. Nice. What did I do? Okay, let's try this again.
You know, remember how you had
Oh,
that
that's why. Look, this got plugged in. Where's
remember how you had that one workflow for it like interpolated between the first and last frame?
Yes.
It would be cool to maybe I'm wrong. No. I suppose that wouldn't work. Let me think about what I want to say first, so I get it right.
I hear you. Okay. This VAE decoder. Oh, I know what I did. This goes to the init image. Derp. And then this goes out to you. Oh, God. Just know where I meant to unclick. Why can't you read my mind, Comfy? Don't listen to what I said. Listen to what I meant. Image 1, clip 1, clip 2, clip 1 and clip 2, clip 3. Yes. Image, Fortuna. Input image comes from the final frame. There we go. There's got to be a smarter way to put this out, I think. Do you use the interpolator for your longer videos as well, or do you have it manually work each frame when doing video to video? I only interpolate at the very end when I interpolate all the footage together into one video.
Yeah.
There's really no point in interpolating each clip because it's just, you're gonna want to interpolate them all together at the end anyway. So
Yeah.
You know, you might as well just do it all in one big shabubula, one big large shabubula, kind of shububulary shenanigery. All right, so oh, it's on top chat. I hope I didn't miss anything. No, I hate that. Okay, Python looks like alphabet spaghetti to me anyway. Yeah, me too. If you deleted gazillion nodes by mistake, does Control Z work? It sure doesn't. It sure doesn't. um, yeah. So someone actually, someone on Twitter today, I don't know why I'm forgetting their name right now. Anyway, someone on Twitter today, I'll check it in a minute and shout them out. Told me about view history and how you can load a workflow that you've ran. So if you screw up and everything's messed up, you can actually load your previous generations here, or you can go into your outputs folder and drag any of the generations where the workflow worked. You could drag that right back into Comfy and rebuild your workflow on the fly. So it's like what happened to me earlier today. Some of you might have seen I was bitching about it on Twitter, but basically I built out a whole workflow, and before I ran it and tested it, I was dragging image into the load image into this node to or well, it's not here anymore, but the load image node to test it. But it was a friggin' MP4 that I had generated. So when I dropped it on the node, it actually replaced my entire workflow with whatever generated that MP4. And yeah, it was like an hour gone. And the history wouldn't have actually worked there because I never ran it. I was still building the workflow before I did anything. So I guess my advice then would be, if you're working on a long workflow, large workflow, and you haven't tested it and all that, all that stuff, just save the workflow. Just save a quick and dirty workflow. Keep it in your downloads folder, and then if something happens like that, you can just go back to that version from when you saved it.
Kajai was saying something looks like it should be moving, higher motion bucket.
Yes,
Like
yeah,
if the
that makes
initial
sense.
image like
Yeah,
is
that
nice
makes
and
sense.
blurry in the background, it looks like the thing was in motion, you should probably use a higher motion bucket to begin with. And that
Oh, that's
if
cool.
it
So you tune that to the clip, the input clip.
yeah. And then if it gets blurry while you try to do that, to increase the augmentation or the CFG. But
Okay.
for the K sampler, not the CFG for the linear thing.
Oh, really? What's he keeping that at?
Yeah. He says with the linear at 2 or something, I think going up to 4 is fine.
Oh, okay. I've been at 1, but yeah, we should try 2. Control
I've been
Z.
using 3.5 and it's been working fine.
Control Z does work for changing things back to like values, and like if you typed a bunch of stuff and you hit Control Z, it'll fix that. The only thing it doesn't do is the adding and removal of nodes. It doesn't save that in the Control Z, Control Y workflow, or Shift Control Z, whatever. It only does like changes. So like I changed the steps to 40, and I can't remember what I changed it to. I can Control Z that. Stuff like that works, but just not the actual node stuff. Like in Blender, like you can Control Z pretty much every action, and it's not the case with Comfy. And I honestly I don't think that's a problem with Comfy. I think that's a problem with the fact that you're using it in a web editor. I think it's a web problem. It's not a.
It's like Comfy's built on some JavaScript library for nodes.
Mm-hmm.
And they just adapted it to like work with AI stuff in the back end and stuff, and like added a few more things for the way that they're connected. But for the most part, the node system is just that library.
You need the ComfyUI BMAD dirty undo redo, and allows you to undo everything. Oh, that's awesome, Pixel Pusher. I'll check that out.
What a name.
Bodman. What's it called? Dirty. Hey. Keeping the keys pressed will repeat the undo redo operation at an ever increased pace. I love it. Navigate to custom fulls. Git clone that. All right. Yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Let's break everything. YOLO. We'll do it live on stream. You truly only live once. Is this working? Yes, Light Graph. That's what it's based on. Light Graph. Yeah. I was trying to remember the name of that.
Light Graph? I can't remember it. Like LITE, right?
Yeah.
Node Graph.
Where's my Comfy? Did I delete it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we just install it. Is it running right now? Am I running a gen?
Are you like obsessed with changing the color of your groups? I'm always obsessed with that.
The groups, yeah, when I'm done. Yeah. I don't care until I'm done, but yeah, when I'm done, they can't They can't all be blue.
Honestly, I hate the blues.
Yeah, brain catches on fire. I only use blue for image stuff. I use the colors that the node noodle colors are, just to help my brain. Like anything that deals with images, I make blue. And
That makes sense. I didn't even
anything
think
that's
about
a
that.
string or a value. Case
I also
sampler.
don't like when everything's purple. Like, that burns me
Yeah,
out
the
too.
only stuff the purple stuff is diffusion for me, like case samplers and conditioning and then a clip is like yellow, like it just clip and control net and animate diff I make yellow. That's just personal preference stuff. You can make them whatever color you like. I found Comfy actually has a custom color thing too, but you can't set up a palette. That would be really okay. So blah blah blah. Where were we? We installed the dirty undo redo. So let's kill Comfy and oh, ZW Open Post complaining again? I thought they fixed that. Hey, you know what I should have done? I should have saved that workflow I was working on. You know what I mean?
Which one?
Oh, wait. I did. When I was talking about not undoing things. Woo! All right.
Also, if you generated, it should generate an image you could drop that into.
Yeah, I know. It's funny when the things you talk about happening just happen. Okay, so let's delete this and then undo. Oh my god. Look at that. Boop, 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 boop. I love it. I love it.
Oh, what'd you get?
Reconnects it and everything.
Oh, the Control Z thing?
Yeah. Boop, boop,
Like,
boop, boop,
I gotta
boop,
get that.
boop, boop.
Can you
Yeah.
DM me the name?
Sure. It's this one. That's fantastic. Message, not mention, message. There you are.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Where's my thingy? There we go. All right. Well, this workflow works, and it's kind of interesting. It's kind of weird. So what I think I will do is, I mean, we can really extend this. We can do like an 8. You want to see how? Let's see how deep fried we can get. Let's do 8 times extension. All right. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4.
You know what I do wish? I wish for the empty like an image node, they had a little button like they did in automatic where you can click it and it just switches the width with the height.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Okay, this image will go to init image. This image will go to init image. This init image. This init image. Cool. And we need to extend this little image combined stack. So you need one for. Oh no! I think that node broke everything.
There was a new crop node that was put in, right?
Okay, that was really weird, right? Oh,
What's that node?
so I'm starting to think that this undo thing might have broken some stuff. Because if I copy and paste a node, it all just goes to crap. Which is wild, because I was just copying and pasting all kinds of nodes. I'm just going to quickly remove that undo node and see if that's what was causing it. More testing is needed, as I love to say. Custom nodes, where were you?
What is this?
Undo.
Where did I get this from? When did I even open this?
Okay, undo's gone. Let's restart this. I'm not saying it's the undo node for sure, but it is the latest thing I added. No do? Yeah, no do. That's a no do node. Okay. Oh no, this is just fully only when you copy one at a time? Okay, whatever. That's annoying, but I don't really care. Let's do this.
The LCM samples are now built in too, it looks like.
Yeah. That's been there for about a week now, maybe.
Excuse me.
Yeah, how could you not know that? Come on. Oh, I have to do this over and over again like a monkey? Ugh. Image combine. What one was this? Oh, I guess I can type it. Yeah, image combine. Let's combine these images. All right, so we have 1, 2. We need 3, 4, 5. Can I do 3 nodes at once? Oh, okay. All right, whatever. Just not. Oh, God. Yeah, okay. So what is going on here? I don't like this. Not a fan. I got too many dang windows open.
Yeah, there's an image crop node.
Yeah, they're all gone now. It's like it's not. Oh, my whole workflow's gone. Oh, what has happened?
It only makes you better.
What the?
Image crop, generate.
You broke my comfy pixel pusher.
How could you trust a guy named Pixel Pusher? He sounds like a
Have you
trucker.
seen his videos? Go look at Pixel Pusher's Instagram right now. Pixel Pusher can tell me anything he wants.
I'll have to see, actually.
They're incredible. Carte blanche to tell me I'm doing it wrong. All right.
Is it like
WTF.
Pixel_pusher? There's like a whole bunch, bro.
Instagram. Show everybody. Pixel. Look at this. Look at this. Pity. Pity. I don't know how you say
that's freaking
Pity.
Oh, I haven't seen that notebook in forever, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it PyTTI?
Yep.
Yo, I love that.
Yep, me too.
I don't know why I love that, but I love that.
It's amazing.
I haven't used PyTTI in so long. I should try it out.
Just follow Pixel Pusher. Like, don't even.
Oh
it's
my
not
god,
even.
bro!
It's not
that
even.
Is so horrifying.
It's not even a thought. It's just go do it. I do kind of wish you'd stop prompting, Cthulhu into this world, but whatever, man. Do your thing. You're gonna be the reason the Eldritch come back. So yeah, follow Pixel Pusher. Just follow Pixel. It's not even amazing. All right. Why
does this notebook still exist? I'm gonna look it up.
ID, yeah. Okay, what is going on? Comfy paste. ComfyUI paste error. Anyone having this?
Does
Copy,
it work
paste notes.
locally?
You have the remove from your customers. Oh, it's in the web extensions folder as well. Okay. You're hiding. You were hiding. All right. There we go. This is why we Google things, people. It's so much faster than asking someone on the internet why something's broken.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. All right. Can I copy now? Can I move? Oh, we're back. All right. Somebody's calling me. All right, let's go. Boop, 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 boop. Right, let's get back to what we were doing now that we can copy paste nodes again. I'll just deal with the fact that I can't undo. I just uploaded an Alien Vug SVD to my YouTube. Oh, really? Do I have you on YouTube? I thought I did. Is that videos? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh wow. Goopy. Ugh. That's awful. Great job.
The image crop node is kind of dope. Oh, I don't want to use this one. I want to use the built-in one today. Or is it like overlapping?
Yeah, notice a lot of in-painting pans for sure, but you get some nice background depth movement, and it's like spinning and stuff. You can definitely tell there's some depth in there. It's very cool. Very cool. Very gross. Well done. Okay, let's get back into the thing here. Okay, so let's grab this. Let's do this again. 1. So we need 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. Dead Pikachu. So right now we only have access to the motion buckets because we only have image to video. But it is my understanding that we will have access to the clip engine inside of SVD soon, which means we will be able to actually prompt the motions. Imad said that you'll be able to prompt the motion. So you could say like, yeah, Robert, not right now. Like I'm saying, like because this tech is, brand new and the thing just came out basically. They haven't sort of unlocked clip access for us yet. This is sort of the first research model version. So for as of right now, all we can do is assign motion buckets, IDs, and CFG scales, and try to mess with stuff with different seeds. But eventually, eventually we should be able to actually prompt the motion we want. Slow, sweeping, cinematic crane shot of an explosion and things like that. So, ideally, this is way more powerful than we actually have access to right now. But that remains to be seen. Honestly, until I see that stuff happening on the Stable Diffusion Discord and stuff, I don't know. I'll believe that when I see it. But I'm really excited, and I hope it's true.
They did upgrade to PyTorch 2.1, it looks like, on October 8th. And there's a 5 to 10% performance boost on it. So I think I'm gonna set that up late tonight.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to deal with that right now. It says that it's in the standalone version, but I'm assuming if it works in the standalone, it should work fine in the normal version, right? Like the Ven.
Oh, I have no idea, man. You're asking the wrong. Sure, yes, it'll work. It'll work totally. It'll be fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're all good. Don't even worry about it. Okay. So we got. Oh my god, this workflow is getting ridiculous. Okay, let's move this over here.
Considering using some get sets.
So we're just gonna have to do the combined stairway here. Let's do this to keep our brains from exploding. We'll put it on like a stair step so we can see, what the hell's going on. But basically, we want to go sort of water wheel these down, adding the ones. Now, why do you go out twice? Okay, let's look at this.
So if I wanted a get set, or rather a set node that was copying the width value, how would I do that?
You generate the width value with an integer node or a seed, and then you set it, and then you get it wherever you need it. Convert it to input and plug it in.
Where do you get an int node?
I use seed, the seed node from WAS.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because it's got all the 4 outputs, so you can and then you can set it fixed too, which is cool. The only other thing I wish the seed node had was like a range where you could say randomize between these numbers. Alas. Okay. Let's look at this. VAE decode. No, we want this image selector, and it goes into this init image. But something else is. What is this? Oh no, that's right. Yeah, that's what are you? Okay, so that is so confusing. Okay. I think I plugged them all in. These all look plugged in. Okay. And now we need to decode one by one. Step. Whoa, come back. Oh yeah, I heard. Let's have a look at our stairway here. Our stairway to diffusion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna need 2 more. Maybe 1 more. I'm not sure actually. I think that's 1 too many, but we'll see. So you're decoding you're coming out of the second one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So this one will go into this one. This one. This one goes into this one. This one goes into this one. Yep. And this one goes. This goes away.
There's actually an int constant node inside of KJ.
Oh, nice. And you go into here, right? Let's do this a little less gross. You go here. Wait, no, you. That makes sense. Yes. Final interpolation. Did you know I uploaded the live version of that to YouTube and it's got like 26 million views?
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
I had the number 25 most viewed YouTube video in 2011 or something.
Whoa.
Of course, can't monetize it because, I didn't write the song or anything, but, whatevs. That's my little claim to internet fame. If you've ever seen the live version of a Final Countdown, you're welcome. That was me. And this is our final interpolation. Okay. I know this is insane and confusing, and this is not a workflow someone's going to build on their first day or anything. But bear with me. This is pretty cool. All right. Are you ready? Oh my God. It actually works. All right. Somebody get me a cookie because I can't believe that didn't start crying about at least one input. Someone get this man a cookie. Y'all go here. Yep. All right, cool. Yeah, I honestly can't wait to see how deep fried this gets because perfect. She's got 2 phones, but one's invisible. All right. If you want to show off some of your generations lately, consumption will make your thing a little bigger. I'm just gonna run to the washroom real quick. Be right back.
I don't really have much to show.
Oh, whatever.
Show and stuff.
Take over the stream. I'll be right back.
Hi, everyone.
Here's the problem with immigrants. No, no. Please, no.
Oh, came out so good, you know. Look at the way you got the depth on this, dude.
All right. My thing
Look how
back
good this
on.
one
There we go.
looks, dude.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm loving this. Like, it's got a really good understanding of depth, and I think that's because of the 2.1. The 2.1 has a depth layer to it.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's. I honestly, I'm starting to think that's why they use 2.1.
These get set nodes are dope.
Yeah, I just thought about this because I've got this, very ugly thing here for looking at all the clips, and they were all part of here. I was thinking I could use set nodes here to set out the images and then just pull the images into video combines into a grid so that it's like more accessible. Then we could have all this crap sort of off camera. Ooh, we're getting real deep fried by run 4. This is gonna be just absolute soup by the time it's done, which is actually exactly what I expected.
So I want to convert these with to input, convert right to input. It's like where it starts to lose itself makes sense. It starts to lose itself once the motion moves too fast in relation to a side it can't see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It doesn't have enough time to inpaint if that's what it's doing, which I'm assuming is doing some kind of inpainting.
Mm-hmm. And like this one is going blurry at the end of it, I think, which means I plugged this one in wrong. 4 is plugged in wrong. Let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you're plugged in wrong. Where do you come from?
No network, man. Jesus.
Image selector. No, it's plugged in right.
All right, it gave me steady motion here, so
Oh,
instead of increasing the
jeez.
speed, I'm going to
It's
increase the
gone
speed.
like just completely still, and I think I feel like I plugged something wrong. Maybe it would make more sense to set these as clip 1, clip 2, clip 3, clip 4. Also, it'd be easier to brain. Okay, fine. I've convinced myself. So you are clip 1.
So do you change your motion bucket or change your seed? Because lately I've just been changing the seed, and that usually does it for me. If I get something that I don't want.
Oh, well, I haven't really messed with it that much. Something is definitely broken though between 3 and 4. See, 3 is motioning and 4 is not motioning. 5 is also being weird. I think I passed the wrong thing to it at some point. So let's rebuild these. Set clip 1.
Get a sketchbook to draw in between these generations.
2. Clip 3. These get set nodes
Is
actually.
like a. Sorry.
I was gonna say these get set nodes really help with the visual aspect of the nodes. Like if the wires start to get really scary and confusing, like this workflow is insane. I wouldn't release this, I don't think, until I've cleaned it up more.
It also helps to like just offload things, where like I can have just this configure. I haven't set it up fully yet, but where you can have like a configuration section in the beginning
yeah, you
of
can get
the
modular. Yeah,
nodes,
totally.
and then later on just not even show it on the screen where you're getting,
You
and
just grab that stuff and put it where it needs
yeah,
to be.
you get, but you take the get off screen so they don't even see it. They just see the relevant nodes and some wires going off into the distance magically.
Yeah. Well, the everything everywhere nodes too. Have you seen those?
I don't know. Let me look that up.
It's like there's like a node at the beginning where you set stuff and then it's just like it just knows, like it's crazy. Oh yeah, this is just turning into absolute soup. Okay,
Everything
so
everywhere.
I think so. I think that's what it's called. I don't know what it's
We'll
called
find it.
honestly.
We'll find it later. Don't even trust.
So let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna set this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we're gonna get clip 1, 2, 3 goes here. Whoa, slow down. 4 goes here. Clip 5 goes here. This is way less confusing. Clip 6 goes here. It's here. Clip 7.
So this is 2 of them combined. So I just want to preview. How are you previewing your video generations without saving them? You can't, right?
No, you can't.
All
Well,
right, you
maybe
did
you
that.
can. I don't know. I just use the video combine node, the VHS one.
I
Okay.
wish it was easier to get it to keep, even if it's not the same motion, that the motion was still in the same direction. Because it's when if it's going left and then it starts going right, that's where you start to see it fuck up.
Clip 1, clip 2. Yeah, okay. That all works. And then it's like motion, motion, motion. I'm done with motion. I'm just gonna be weird for a while. Okay. Now let's
It
think
looks like
about.
it's denoising her into the precursor image to Beyonce.
So why we don't actually need to save these. Got our preview image, but we got clip 1. So let's get clip 1. We could look at all the clips here. Boop, boop, boop. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Video combine. And then we'll do 6 frame. MP4. 1. Clip 2. 3. 4. So nice to be able to paste it. 5.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but ControlNet works where it just figured out, like that's why it's called ControlNet. It just figured out what it's supposed to tell the generator what to do to get some reference image, right? So, like, technically, couldn't you ControlNet something to control the motion?
Well,
Obviously, you'd have to train it and whatnot, but you get where I'm getting at with this.
it's my understanding the SDXL control nets are actually LoRa's.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's double confusing to me because it's like I thought control net just lived on the clip, but I guess there's more to it than that. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't really understand the math of this stuff as much as I'd like to, but I also don't care enough to learn. I don't
The way
know.
I see it is like you have two roads, and one is you can just generate shit with it, or you can figure out how it's working. And it's like, yeah, the generating stuff with it seems way more interesting. Like you're gonna learn about it anyway, but
Yeah, yeah,
like the
yeah,
math
yeah.
stuff is so time consuming that you're not really gonna be generating much. You're gonna be more focused on why it's generating what it's generating.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here maybe. This workflow is cursed. Okay, so now I can see at a glance if these are right. So this image goes into this init image. This image goes into this init image. Yep. This image goes into this init image.
Yes, got one that's going in somewhat the same direction. I mean, it's not exactly the same. We're getting somewhere, damn it. So
This, right?
that's always.
So I wonder if one of these image selectors is wrong now. Oh, you know what? I need to get, yeah, instead of plugging these directly in, which is, I think is what the problem is, we need get clip 1.
Probably about another 5 minutes, and I should be able to show something pretty interesting.
That's a lot less hard on the two here. you you go to image. You go up here, here, up here, here. I know this stuff's kind of mind numbing, but it's ComfyUI. All right, you go here, and here. All right, and then this goes over here. You two go up. Starting to get into a flow here. Yeah.
Second.
5.
I know I'm getting into a flow because I'm at a point where I can just I'm drawing alongside generations, so I feel pretty chill.
5, 6.
Just 12 frames. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it at 12.
That's what's great about this workflow is tomorrow someone's gonna release a node that just has a counter on it, and you just say, extend the clip 8 times, and All of
I
this
think
work
that's
will
gonna
be for
happen
nothing.
as soon as they
As soon as I'm done here,
release whatever
as soon as I'm done here,
as soon as they release whatever controls the motion, that's what's gonna happen. Because now there's like gonna be no point in doing this. Because we're really just doing this so we can see the stages of motion. If not, you would just blindly do it. All right. I want to share this one. So.
All right, and over here,
Save.
up here a bit. Breathe. Thank you. Oh, actually, we don't actually need to select the final frame of this one because we're not using it for. Okay. Good lord. I think that did it. Okay. Let's try a different prompt. A delicious grilled cheese sandwich in a New York deli. Oh man, missed a lot of talking here. Okay. Maybe reason I don't have the issue with Dirty Undo is because I don't currently have a 111 web UI installed, so no duplication. No, that's not it. Dead Pikachu, nice parallax, but damn, I hope there'll be a way to control the camera subject. Yeah, we talked about that. David Attenborough voiceover, yeah, for real. The evil alien potato bug.
So that's the generation I'm at right now. I'm about to pass through AnimateDiff to see if we get any kind of better result.
That looks really good. I don't love the left and right in painting pans.
Right, they're a bit.
But at least there's some depth to them. Like you'll notice when it does it, like the house and the background, it's not like it's just panning the image over. Like it's depthing the image over, which is great. Since you're directing it, ooh, I might be hungry now. I don't know.
You're right though. The way you said the way you pointed that out, the fact that it's able to, just the depth of everything, the way everything overlaps is so cool.
Yeah, it makes all the difference, really. We're panning out on the grilled cheese sandwich. Oh no, no, you're fine. Okay, this workflow is, but it's pretty well self-contained now that I got all this groupness going.
For the AnimateDiff color correction, I shouldn't be passing the interpolated footage, right? I should be passing the original footage.
AnimateDiff color correction? You mean the?
That's what I'm using pretty much. That's
what
I'm following it at least. For my AnimateDiff layer.
Oh, feed it. No, that's a good question. I think you want to feed it the interpolated one because you don't have enough frames otherwise, right?
Is that what?
You don't have enough frames otherwise because it's like 6 frames per second otherwise. Yeah,
Actually, you're right.
It does look like a friggin' Factorio tutorial. That's hilarious. You know, the joke is I've never played Factorio. I don't think I'd be very good at it, but after using ComfyUI, maybe I would be good at Factorio. We're trying to make it pretty, but it's hard because this workflow is curves. Okay. Yeah, damn. What a ridiculous. Whose idea was this? At least I'll have 8 clips of 6 frame per second grilled cheese sandwiches on my hard drive. Thank God.
Image ref would be the initial gen, and the image target would be the.
Okay, things are happening like normally. You know what I really should have done now that I think about it, because we have all these in groups. If I want to change something now, I have to change it in 8 places. So it would probably be a good idea to take some of these settings that we're going to want to happen in every single run and convert them to inputs and use get set nodes and set them in one place. Yeah, set them in one.
Let me see if I can share.
So like seed, I do want to randomize between steps, but if I didn't, you know, setting it to randomize or fixed. I did that with, a way to do selection with get set nodes.
I did that with get width and get height. I did the same for all of them, so I just put it up here and then I'm passing it to the width and height for each one. But then I have the configuration setting right at the beginning here where you can just I guess you could use a reroute node at the same time, but I don't know. I'm thinking the more you use it, the more you come up with shit. Yeah. All right, let me switch back. And like for anyone watching, like when you look at Purz's node network, as like crazy and huge as that may seem, remember that he's repeating the same set.
Yeah, this is the workflow right here. Right, like this. Yeah. This is the workflow basically. We're just
So he
copying them.
found something that, yeah, he found something that worked and then started repeating it. So you just gotta view it like that. Don't get so overwhelmed thinking you have to like be smart enough to make some huge complex node network. You're rather
Yeah, this is
you just learn how to make small ones and then figure out how to connect them together and repeat them. That's all.
like pretty much these 3 or 4 nodes. This is the whole SVD workflow that assists in this. You're just feeding it an image and you're getting a result. Then we're just doing lots of stuff with the input and output. It looks scarier than it is. Green.
Bro. Yo, dude. Check out Banadoko.
Why? What's on now?
Uh uh I don't know how to say his name, but always messes me up. Kajay,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
He I'll call him KJ. KJ just did he's just passing clipping. He's not even using SD 2.1 anymore. He's just taking clip, passing
That's
it
what I was
into
thinking. You just pull any clip, right? It doesn't matter.
yeah, and then passing it into a positive and negative prompt, and then just feeding that straight into SVD.
Yeah, I noticed that before I hopped on. I what are they doing now? Is it just making smears or is it actually making stuff?
One that he just generated, I don't know. I like it. Like for me, it looks like something that you would see in a metal music video.
Right on. I think setting these get set nodes and rebuilding my path fixed that problem we were having, hopefully. Because these look like they're all motioning, not just disappear.
Let me see. Also, I think my camera died. I'll fix that in a second.
No worries. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you've just finished a Guinness, please clean out the glass before pulling in a full pint of IPA. How's that Guinness flavored IPA taste?
Can I just say that is a sexy sandwich?
Well, it starts sexy, and then it gets a little sketchy.
Yeah, at the end there it does. I'll agree on that. Oh, by the way, in Banadoko, he also just posted the node that he was talking about.
Which one?
It's called Color Match. It's a KJ node, and it takes an image ref, which you would just put the initial generation that you used,
Mm-hmm.
and the image target you would just pass the images in that were generated for SVD. I'm gonna test it out in a moment.
Cool.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn this camera back on.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, like you can see, it's just getting more and more deep fried every time. We just got to figure out how to resolve it. I feel like that is something they'll be able to fix in latent space, with more generations inside before decoding it. Like, I don't really know how to describe it, but I feel like the VAE decoding is what's causing this, and I don't know how you're gonna keep like so. I keep thinking of too much at once, but okay. So like AnimateDiff, right? When you do 240 frames, it doesn't decode 16 frames and then decode 16 frames and then decode 16 frames. It does the whole run and then it decodes the whole shebang in one go. And I feel like that has something to do with the consistency. Just popping it through the VAE decoder over and over and over again. Then pulling an image that's been VAE decoded and then, you know what I mean? Like if I can pull that 16th or 14th or whatever image out of latent space before it's VAE decoded, use that as latent in it, I think that might work better than what we're doing here. Or maybe, ooh,
I think I'm up now. Let me see.
yo, what if instead of using the init image,
You use something else?
what if we encode the init image into the VAE? Or is that, you think that's what it's doing?
No, I'd say try that. Like everything that you do right now is pretty much giving us what's going to be the next wave. That's the best part about this.
But I think that's what they're doing with this init image. I think it's probably just feeding into the VAE encoder. Like, I don't know how else. Like, what if you unplug this? It doesn't work. So
I mean, but it does take a VAE still.
it does, yeah. But I think it's doing the encoding in that node.
That could be it.
Yeah.
We should look into the source or ask Kajai. He would do that shit for fun. The animate diff output looks pretty good. It looks like there's a little bit of noise introduced, which wasn't expected, but let's see.
Oh, you made a mess. Beer mess. Those smell great. Oh my god. All right, let's make the most disgusting sandwich ever. You guys ready?
No.
Here it
The
comes.
with the nasty
Here it
patty. What was
comes.
it?
It's gonna start out looking real delicious. SVD is its own checkpoint, so it's the SVD checkpoint. Diffused lunch. Who's hungry for some diffusion, melted diffusion cheese melted grilled diffusion sandwiches? Yeah. Kinda gross. Kinda gross. All right. Okay. Well, that works, and that's really cool. I bought a bread maker this week. Oh, smart. Yeah. Nothing
A
like
bread
fresh bread.
maker?
That's what Andy
They
said. Yeah.
sell bread makers?
Yeah. You never had a bread maker?
Oh, what? No, that's all. I've made bread
Get
by
one,
hand.
dude.
It's
No.
so much
Yeah.
work,
No.
dude.
No. Get one. You just like put the stuff in it, and it just does all the bread making. We used to have
Real
one.
AI we need.
Blue. Okay, well, this workflow is awful, and I am very proud of it. So I will be posting it on my Discord with the disclaimer that it is absolute bullshit, and don't expect to get amazing results.
I'll share mine in there too. Might as well.
But yeah, it's fun to play with, right? Rewire it, do what you want, see if you can figure out how to make it less awful. If someone can figure out the sort of the way we can make these images not look like shit, let us know, man.
I'm testing the color match theory right now.
Right on. I'm gonna save this as a bullshit workflow, and yeah, I'll pop that on the old Discord tonight. So if you want to play with it, you can. You will need video helper suite, image selector, comfy roll, custom. What else? There's one more. Images grid. I think you'll need. Yeah, images grid. And the get set nodes, if they're not immediately working, you will need to download them and put them in your web extensions folder under diffuse with a 3. There's a little guide on somewhere on how to install it. But basically, you need to put this JS file, getset.js. This JS file needs to go into AI Comfy. I want to say web. Let me pull this up here. Web extensions. Oh, maybe it's possible it just comes with it now.
The get set nodes?
Yeah, because I
Dude,
don't see them.
they work pretty damn good, hey?
Maybe it's use everywhere.
Whoa.
That it might be use everywhere that's added them, but so yeah, if they don't work, we'll figure it out. Bug me in the Discord.
So like check that out. There is a thing about them, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looks good.
Let me test out HM.
Yeah, I'm gonna make consumption. I'm gonna give him the access on my resources channel to add his workflows as well if he feels like it. So,
yeah, I'll send that in.
Yeah, if you wanna check these workflows out, play with them and stuff, just hop on my Discord. The link's on Purz.xyz. We're all there. We're
also,
all
diffusing. If you make anything,
yeah,
if you make anything with my workflow, please share. I'd really like to see.
Yeah, tag him, tag me, tag everybody. Yeah, this is really cool. So yeah, SVD is really cool. It's probably better to do 1 or 2. 8 is insane.
Yeah.
8 is too many.
You're cooking it.
Yeah, it's literally turning into a souse. But yeah. So yeah, we've been on for about almost 3 hours now. So
yeah.
I think I might cut her here. We covered SVD, and that's basically what I wanted to do. The most basic SVD workflow is available right on ComfyUI, right in the thing. When you download it, they have a blog, ComfyUIblog.ca, I think. In their latest post, they actually have workflows you can play with. Just drag them in and play with, and it's easy, and it's not hard. You update Comfy and put the SVD nodes in your models folder, and that's all you have to do now. The rest is all built in. If you want to play with this workflow, come by the Discord. If you want to play with any of my other workflows, come by the Discord. You want to learn more, come by the Discord. There's a bunch of nerds in there that know what they're talking about, and they'll help you. If I'm not around, they'll help you.
Yeah, 100.
And everybody's chill. Nobody's gonna shame you for not knowing things. You know, it's all good. We're all here to learn. We're all here to have fun, make weird stuff, and yeah, make stuff and share it on the Discord. I love seeing all the stuff in the AI animation folder, the channel, and yeah, we're building a really fun community here, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. And as always, I have a Patreon. There's nothing super serious on there for supporters. It's more like a tip jar, but if you support it, you like what we're doing here, yeah, hit me up on Patreon and join the supporters channel and hang out on Discord, and But yeah, everything's free. Everything's on the Discord. Enjoy it. Thank you everyone for coming out. Thanks Consumption. This was really fun, man. We'll do this again soon.
No worries, bud.
Yeah, thank you everybody. Discord link is on purz.xyz right at the very top. If you just go to my website, purz.xyz, there's all the links are right at the top here. Patreon, YouTube, Discord, Twitter, blah blah blah, all that crap. So yeah, join us, join me, have fun. Love you all. Have a great evening. And I'll give Consumption some time to say goodnight.
Have a good one, guys. Feel free to follow me on Twitter or message me any questions. I'm always there to answer questions. I may not get back to you as fast as you may like, but I always try to get back to you.
And he's really smart. So, you know, if you got questions that I can't answer, Consumption could probably answer them. Well, what a horrible workflow. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for sticking around. I can't believe it actually worked in the end. But yeah, let's go. I'll probably be back on Wednesday or Thursday, and then I have another special event. I think I'm gonna do it Monday, and I'll be hanging out with Andres from China Media, who does some really cool stuff with Blender and B4 artists, and we are gonna work on the live LCM drawing workflow. So the real-time drawing and getting stuff from AI back. We're going to build all that in ComfyUI and set up the plugins and try it out and see how it works and try to demystify some of the scariness. And a lot of that will be made a lot easier because Toy XYZ just released a fantastic pack of nodes for dealing with real-time webcam and LCM and all kinds of fun stuff in Comfy. So we'll dig into that and we'll figure out how to install it and we'll get you there. Thank you, everyone.
I'll also try to drop I'll also try to drop some tutorials to make things a bit easier on everybody getting in to set up ComfyUI with SVD and some basic nodes, because I know some of you might be a little intimidated.
Yeah, that's another thing. My streams are 3 or 4 hours, but Consumption is really good at consolidating this stuff into like tutorials. So make sure you follow Consumption on YouTube, and Twitter is linked to his YouTube's in my comments below. So follow him, and if you want to just like do quick bang tutorials that make sense and are easy and fun to follow, follow Consumption. If you want to sit around for 5 hours while I make deep fried cheeseburgers, then follow me. Peace out, everybody.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.